So, welcome to 2021, and as every year goes, we decided to start this year off a great way, which is Chuck found
bourbon.
more barrel bourbon. If you haven't watched us very much, you will very quickly learn there are two words that Chuck enjoys very, very much when it comes to bourbon, and there's double B's, which is Barrel and Bardstown. And so with the New Year's, we found and got recommended the Barrell New Year edition. So Chuck picked up the 2021, and I had been waiting to see some of my buddies back in Illinois, and one of my good friends, Lyle, had bought me a 2019 to celebrate the birth of our daughter. So I was able to pop this open. So what we're going to do is we're just going to see which is better, the 2019, which is tied to the birth of my daughter, or the 2021, which is tied to a year maybe without COVID. So
that's optimistic.
Yeah, they're very important bottles.
Yeah.
So we will see. If you haven't done anything while Chuck starts getting the nose on this thing, what they do is they kind of just do a blend, because Barrell's known for their blend of the distillers and states that they're getting whiskey and bourbon from, and really try to do their best profile notes. So the 2019 comes from Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Texas, New York, and Illinois. And the 2021 is all of those, but they added Colorado and Wyoming on top of the other ones. So we'll see what we get.
The 2019, I'm getting a lot of light fruit, so like pear and apple.
Yeah. And there's a hint of spice back there. Maybe baking spice. There's something there that I'm like, ooh, there's going to be a little bit of a burn or a kick to it, which is going to be good.
Yeah, we didn't mention both of these are going to be coming in at a higher proof, one 12.1 and one 13.9, so very close.
Yeah, in the 2021, it's a little bit mellower, I would say.
Yeah, I don't get as much light fruit. A little bit oak, seasoned wood comes through.
And there's a little hint of sweetness on that one.
Yeah.
That 2019's got so much going on.
That's really lovely. It's just doesn't drink like first 112 proof at all.
No, huh?
It drinks to me. We had a Rua whiskey.
Yes.
Single malt, right?
Yes.
And it kind of drinks like that as far as the light fruit. It kind of carries through. What actually surprises me the most is that it kind of faded and then the finish comes back.
Yes.
It's not one of those that transitions right away. It gives you that the palate's really long. It gives you an opportunity to those sweet fruit notes to kind of develop, a little bit of spice, and then that finish kind of comes back later.
Yeah. Yeah, if I blinded this and just put it somewhere and did not actually know what it was, I would not be thinking this was a whiskey. I would be, like you said, think this is a single malt or something like that.
Yeah. And actually, I think I'd almost, if you blinded this with the Barrell Armida, which is a finished product, I might have said this was even finished.
Yeah.
It's getting some of those notes that you kind of get with either a rum finish or a port finish, something like that.
Yes. Yeah, there's enough going on in that, and with the when the actual finish of the bourbon, or not the bourbon, the whiskey comes through, it does make you wonder, is this a finished product? Because there's that sweet note back there, a little bit of spice. It makes you think that this was in another barrel.
Yeah. Definitely more than your traditional Kentucky, Indiana bourbon.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really nice. 2019 was a good year.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember those days? Pre-COVID?
We got pre-COVID and hopefully post-COVID.
You know, this nose is opening up on 2021. It's different. It's not as like I said, not as the pear and the fruit. The apple doesn't come through quite as much.
And as with all barrel products that you get, they are completely different. But they're both good.
Yeah. Any New Year's resolutions, TJ?
Buy more bourbon.
Your wife left the room because
Yep.
otherwise she might be throwing things at you right now.
That is very true.
Actually, I think her comment was, "I don't think you need to buy more bourbon."
Mm-hmm. I hit my New Year's resolution for 2020, which was
100
break
bottles.
100 bottles, and I'm at 115 right now. Luckily for a Christmas present, there's a scratch off whiskey chart, so all the whiskeys and distilleries in the United States every time you try it. So I guess my goal for 2021 is to scratch off 50% of America. Have tried 50% of the distilleries. So,
Yeah, not necessarily visited, but at least tried.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, because that's the thing that we enjoy the most is, yes, Chuck loves Barrell, he loves Bardstown, and he'll always buy those, but we always love finding something new. So what do we do today? 3 Chords 12-year-old we found, and that is delicious.
Really nice.
Yeah, that's an $80 bottle.
Yeah.
If you find it, I would recommend it. You will not be disappointed with that.
Yeah, way to go. It's already like barely on the shelf, and you're just putting it out there.
For our 56 subscribers, so you're in the loop.
Hey, you're in the know.
But yeah, this 2021 is good too.
I think it drinks a bit more of like a traditional bourbon to me. You get more of the rye spice earlier than the 2019.
Yeah, and a lot of the vanilla and caramel come through.
Yeah,
There's not as much apple and pear
Still.
and fruit notes.
really nice. I'd have a hard time honestly like deciding between these two.
Yes. Again, as we've tried a lot, Chuck's got a lot of the barrels. Yes, they're a little more expensive. You're talking the $80 range.
Yeah.
But we haven't found a bad one. Now,
Nope.
I will say this, and I think Chuck will agree, even though he's a big barrel fan. There is occasionally the Dickel note, so if you're not a big Dickel fan, stay away. But go
on some of the batches. Yeah, that's probably particularly true. This one's the Tennessee components. Probably we don't get percentages on the blend.
Yeah.
And so there's distillate coming from 6 other states, and so you really I don't get Tennessee on this at all.
No, But if you're thinking about going to a barrel, we're lucky here in Kentucky. I don't know about your situation. A lot of our liquor stores have tasting bars, so I could taste one of these bottles before buying it. But if you try, I'd say one of the batches, we really liked, what was it, batch 24, batch 25, and
Batch 25 has got a lot of accolades.
Yeah.
I personally actually like 24 a little bit better when I blinded them. I just picked up batch 26.
And it's delicious.
It's excellent.
Try one of those, one of their bourbon lineups.
Can't go wrong with those.
Yeah, and if you like it and that note doesn't bother you, which it really doesn't bother us, we like that stuff, you're never going to go wrong with it.
No.
Now, if you try it and you really don't like it, then it's probably not going to be your lineup, but they have other stuff.
Yeah, as I say, they have I haven't actually had their whiskey, so they have an American whiskey blend. In addition to these New Year's, these are bourbons, but and these to me don't drink like that. So
No.
this would be, if you don't tend to like Dickel notes, then go with one of these. They also have a ton of. I haven't sampled all of their private whiskey releases. They do quite a few of those specific to retailers. I picked up a couple. One through my local liquor store that was a private blend. And I've picked up a single barrel from them as well in the past.
And they also have they're going into the rums, they're going into ryes, so they got a little bit of everything. But don't be scared to drop that $80 because you're going to get a good product.
They do it well. Yeah.
So overall, I'd say if you see one of these on the shelf, I'd pick one up.
This is going to be a New Year's tradition. Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that. We'll just
Happy New Year.
I think that means next bottle's Brian's to buy. We'll see if he actually watches the video to know that he's up for 2022.
Yeah, he didn't get the memo that he was supposed to buy 2020, so we could taste all three.
Yeah, I know. So, once again, thanks for watching. Please hit the thumbs up. Have you tried any barrel products? Hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you think. And is there one out there we should definitely look for and try? So, yeah, once again, thanks for tuning in.
Happy New Year.